there, girls and boys. How are y'all doing, huh? How are y'all doing? Red tag, is your family controlling the prayer circle this morning? All the bucks are controlling the feeder, I see. I see the bucks controlling the feeder, yes. Yes, I do. I see the little baby out there this morning. I don't understand the deal on that baby being gone for 2 days. Get all the turkeys. The baby being gone for 2 days. Now the baby goes right out there amongst those big bucks, and they're allowing it. You see them moving that doe, trying to move that turkey. The baby went right out there amongst that big bucks, got right in there around them, and they let it eat. They let it eat. Big giant gobbler right there. Lots of bucks right there. The little baby right there in the middle of them. Look at that. Right there beside those big antlers of TC. Feeding. Red tag and her baby. And her other baby went on over there to be with the big boys. That baby walking around there. She is a beauty. She is a beauty. I sure was concerned about we might have lost her. She wasn't with her mama or her brother and sisters at all. I guess she might have been sick or something. Her mama had her head out. My goodness, look at that. That is a picture. That is incredible right there. That is absolutely incredible. That baby's getting tall. She's going to be a beauty. Take a look at that laying out there in the woods. Can you see them out there? They're dead in the center. Can you see them? Let's take a closer look. Yeah, buddy. Enjoying the cooler weather. Fall arrived a little early here in Oklahoma, then left. But it's coming back soon, very soon. September 15th is about the crossover date here in Oklahoma. September 15th, we'll have a few hot days left, but not many. More cool days, nice days, beautiful days. And October is an incredible month. Surprised I can't see another one or two landing. What did I see something moving over there? Oh, there's another nice, big, beautiful buck. Not laying down. It's just cool to see them laying down because even deer hunters that hunt a lot don't really get to see a lot of deer in the wild laying down. Late in the evening here, those deer been laying down waiting on it to cool off. They get up and move around a little bit. It's pretty nice out here. Humidity's low, even though we have some warm temperatures, the humidity's still low. So those are beauties right there, still in velvet. We're not far off from starting to scrape that velvet off, but not yet. But it'll come off in a hurry when they start. So how good can it get? It's better every day. A beautiful bunch of birds and animals out there this morning. Animals and birds. Deer laying around, turkey walking around. That big boy laying out there. Turkey. Deer. Another deer laying back there. See a deer way over there across the road. Oh, goodness. Oh, my goodness. It just puts a smile on your day to see all of this. Turkeys fighting out there a little bit. A couple of old hens getting after each other. Might be a couple of jakes. Probably a couple of jakes. That one's a lot larger than the other one, and you notice it won the battle real quick. The other one run off, said, I don't want any part of this. There'll be no fighting amongst brothers and sisters this morning, which I think is what that is. Animals are so great. Animals are great. The animals are great. Red tag and her little baby out there. Her little baby's getting pretty good size. Little baby's about to lose all her spots. That's the whole family out there. The twins and red tag. In fact, that might be the twins and that might be red tag right there. I believe that is red tag right there. Looky there. Three-dimensional deer. The two back behind are bucks. And that's red tag's kids in the past 2 years. Very unusual that those deer stay with them like that, but I guess they love their mama and vice versa. Yes, sir. That baby's sure getting big. Some giant antlers out there. We'll zoom in as good as we can, see if it'll stay focused as we zoom in. That is a monster right there. Look how long those main beams are and how wide, how beautiful it is. Look how fat he is. You see he's got a sagging back, almost no neck, and a pot belly. That shows you how old he is. He's 10 years old at least, probably. Maybe 12. Chris and I are getting ready for church on a beautiful Sunday morning, so we might see him up there a little closer here when we leave. I don't know. Apache spraying Chris's chariot off. Brand new boots. Got Apache some brand new boots from Bass Pro Shop. Redhead Ranch Hand boots. They got ranch stuff at Bass Pro Shop now. Any of you cowboys wants the really, really good Western wear, they've got it at all of Bass Pro Shops now. Of course, Bass Pro is heavily involved in the bull riding, team bull riding. But, of course, when you got to drive 2.7 miles to get to the county road, it's going to be a little dirty, but it's going to look all nice. It's just rinsing the dust off of it, which is all you need to do if it doesn't get dirty. And look down there, we see a good bunch of deer down there as well. More bucks. I thought he only had one antler, but that's a doe. I was looking at the tail of that other big buck out there. There's some bucks behind those trees there you can't see. Scattered all out through the woods out there. See bucks scattered out everywhere. There's some out through there, but that's a buck behind that tree. You can't see his antlers. Baby. Buck back behind that tree. See him back over there? Nice buck. Buck right there. Big horns right there. Big horns. Carrying a rack. I'm talking about a rack. Well, that's a nice look there. I said we'd get a little bit better look. That's a pretty good look right there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 that I can see, and that's probably about right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, excuse me. And there might be 1 or 2 more behind the deal, but that's pretty awesome right there. By the way, we have solved the mystery of losing Wild Child and one baby and another adult deer in the pen here at the house with seemingly nothing wrong with them. It's just amazing, and we were so concerned about that. We have solved that mystery. Solved that mystery. And I'll talk to you about that, but I'm just enjoying this scene right here. That's one to draw to right there. That's a picture, isn't it? That is a picture right there. All of those are pretty much trophy deer, and a couple of them, it's their first antlers. There's 3 there that's not, though. Definitely that big bull right there. Not his first antlers. Sunday morning coming down. Sunday morning coming down. The deal right there, Lucille. That is the deal right there. Walking up here to him, and kind of moving around a little bit. Fat boy. And TC says, yeah, go ahead and come up here and scare them all off, Jimmy. We don't care. Look at that buck right there. Is he magnificent or what? I mean, he is magnificent. Absolutely gorgeous. And you see they're all there. Apache threw some feed to them here on Sunday morning, like he does every morning. A little extra for the big boys. Buddy, they are there. Look at that. That's a nice look right there, the big rack. Lots of points. Lots of points. Look at that extra stuff down around his head. Big deer right there. Big deer. There's another one or two. It's being a little bashful. That one there's pretty spooky. I'm still only 30 yards from him. I'm telling you. I mean, that would be a extremely easy bow shot for any of them. He's wanting to come up here, but he's a little spooky about me. He heard me say bow shot. Look at that shot right there. How about that? That is pretty, pretty, pretty. My goodness. He's a young deer. See, not a very big neck. Very young. There's a gobbler out there. See that gobbler out there? I'll be dang. Big old gobbler. Oh, that's a dandy right there too. He's maybe 4 years old, maybe 5, maybe 4 years old probably. But a beauty. Look at Apache. He got a little baby. That deer's sister we lost. We solved that mystery, and I'll talk about it here in a little bit. We solved that mystery. We lost two big deer and that sister right there for absolutely no reason at all, but we figured out that reason. Apache, have you given her a name?
No.
Better get a name for her. She's getting stronger every day, isn't she?
Yes, sir.
She's a week old today.
Huh?
A week old today.
Yes, sir.
Last Sunday morning's when they were born.
Yeah. One last week.
Oh, she loves you.
See ya.
She loves that milk. That's special right there. She's drinking quite a bit now, isn't she?
Yeah, I should drink a whole bottle.
Whole bottle, yeah. Whole bottle 3 times a day, right?
Yes, sir.
Cool. You need me to feed her in the middle of the day, or you gonna be able to?
I do it.
All right, I'll be back after church.
Okay.
Later.
That's it.
An absolutely gorgeous bunch of turkey and deer this morning. Cool this morning. Come here, Benelli, don't go out there. Come here, Benelli, come here. Look at that. I mean, is that incredible? Wow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 turkey, deer, 10, at least 10 out there. Could be another or 2 that's behind the tree that I'm not seeing. Really a good bunch of babies out there though. Look at all those antlers. Look at all those antlers. And it appears that some of the antlers, I don't know, I can't tell for sure. It looks to me like some of the antlers might be hard. Most of them still got velvet on them. Yeah, I think they all still got velvet. Trying to push it a little bit. I swear I saw a deer, a buck in the yard earlier this morning that looked like he had hard antlers. That could possibly be him walking back there. How about that one back there that just walked into the picture? Got his first set of antlers. It looks like these might be hard. I don't know. Anyway, that's beautiful. The wind is blowing. I might be getting a little static in here. I don't have a microphone on. I'm actually just standing out here enjoying this cool front, which is fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. Rain in the forecast. So I'm looking forward to that. Actually went fishing with my buddy Larry Sistel. He brought his granddaughter down there and she caught about a 3.5 pound bass. She's in the 1st grade. First bass she's ever caught, I believe. She caught it by herself. We helped her throw it out there occasionally, but she was throwing it out there herself too. One of my Jimmy Houston Blaze Series spinning rods and reels. You know, those sell for 79 bucks is all they are. We've got them at jimmyhouston.com. The Blaze Series rods are as good as rods as you'll ever get for $59.95. Isn't that amazing? Larry kept talking and bragging on them yesterday, how sensitive they are and how good they are. That they are. But we ended up catching 24 after church yesterday afternoon. Larry caught a 5.14. I caught a 5.2. Yeah, buddy, that's sweet. It's raining just a little bit, just a little spitting rain as I come out in the yard. And looky there. There's a beautiful little family down there. That will be Red Tag and her family. Beautiful big buck there, probably another big buck there. Oh yeah, two big giant bucks. Let's see if I can zoom in on them. I don't know if that's gonna be in focus when I put the light on. Oh yeah, it is there. Definitely not harassing deer there. Look at that. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, look at that. Those are just absolutely gorgeous. Three beautiful, gorgeous big bucks. Look at the size of them guys. They're enjoying this cool weather that's come to the nation, really, the nation. Certainly the South. Those are beautiful. And the little baby, his mama, had all the spotlighting they want. They're gonna head on out to the woods, lay down. Wait for me, mama, wait for me, mama. Babies from last year. That is so precious the way they stay with her. My gosh, we all should have kids so loyal. Honestly, I do have kids so loyal. I shouldn't be saying something like that, because I certainly do have two wonderful kids. They had an incredible mama. I sure did. They still have an incredible mama. She's just a little crippled up from the stroke. She's still an incredible woman. And they love her. Not as much as I do, perhaps. Oh, I don't know. They probably do. Little baby going into the woods with its mama. That's kind of a neat deal. As it spits rain. Haven't got our electric fixed at the dock. All of those lights down there are solar panel lights. I've got several of them on there. Got to get our electric fixed down there. We're still kind of messed up from the tornado, to be honest. You see the building, this dock down there still doesn't have a roof on it. But my partner's given me his covered dock. It's not completely, not the new one completely covered, but the old one. It's broke loose over there, and I'm gonna move it over here so I'll at least have a place to park my boat in the middle of the day. Probably put a lift in it. And we'll have a roof over it. That'll be cool. And early fall has arrived here in southern Oklahoma. And as we look at it, we see rain, light rain. Hasn't rained much. We probably had 0.2 of an inch of rain during the night, but 67 degrees this morning. That's right, 67 degrees. Yes, 67 degrees. Amazing. Our little turkey herd is growing. And I think if I focus is crazy right there, early in the morning. But if I'm counted right, I think there's 8 turkeys, wild turkeys out there. I can see 2, 4, 6, 7 in that picture right there. I think there's 8 out there. Some of them are back behind. Might be able to take a look at them. If they wander off down through the woods a little bit different direction. I see a big buck right there out there in the middle, don't I? Yeah, a big buck. 2 of them laying out there. I believe there's 2 of them laying out there. That might not be. I think it is, though. I think two big giant bucks laying out there. Just seeing the heads of both of them as they lay in that tall grass. But 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I can see 7 turkeys in that shot right there. 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I think I'd counted 8 earlier. There's 8 turkeys there, and I believe 2 bucks, at least 1 big buck, and a squirrel, and a Texas hunter feeder. That feeder there is giving a lot of pleasure. It's several years old. I mean, like 7 or 8 years old. I have replaced batteries in it. Other than that, it's just chunked that feed out 3 or 4 times a day for year after year after year. What a great investment for the wildlife and also for the watchers, which is me and a lot of other friends. I see another big deer walking out there. Is that a buck or doe? It's a big buck. I bet they're enjoying this cool weather. Maybe not enjoying being wet. Got chances of rain every day all week. In early fall, summer's not over, but they're all scattered in there. It's almost all, every one of them is behind a tree right now, it seems like. Summer's not over. There's another birds out that way. There might be 9 turkeys out there. They get together in the fall, and they'll flock up together, so that little flock will probably grow as we move on into the fall and the winter. But what a beautiful morning. Dreary winter looking out there, it's cool, but that is just spectacular.
Okay, guys and girls, let's shut this week's videos down. You know, they're beginning to get a little bit too long. I could watch these deer forever, and I'm trying to just pick out some interesting moments, but I just love to watch them, and I've been watching them a lot. And I've been here at the ranch a lot this month, which has been a hot month. We haven't had to go out on the road and work too much. We've got a really busy a couple of months coming up here in front of us, but it's been kind of light, so we got a lot of deer videos, having a lot of fun. But the main thing that we did this year, though, this week, though, is we solved the mystery of losing a couple, 2 or 3 deer. We lost a couple deer here. Wild Child was one of them, my precious Wild Child. It hurts so much to lose one of the deer that you've that you just fall in love with, that you raise by hand, that you handle all the time, that you pet and love on, and they lick your hands and they lick your face, and that you raise them from just a tiny little thing up to a deer. And Wild Child had twins this year, and we lost one of those twins. But golly, it's just she was so perfectly fine in the morning, and then in the afternoon she was gone, and we had another doe in there do the same thing, and we lost Wild Child's baby. Wild Child's baby was perfect, and we lost her. But the deal was we caught a big rattlesnake in that pen, a big rattlesnake, a big giant, this big around, and it was a timber rattler, and they don't get really long like diamondback rattlers do, but it was big around. They get big around, but they just don't get nearly as long. It's probably 3.5 or 4 feet long, which is pretty long for a timber rattler. But that's probably what happened to all 3 of those deer. The baby deer is going to die without a doubt when it gets bit by a big rattlesnake like this. Just too much poison. My buddy across the street, John, Jay Standerfield, where it runs that ranch for him as a ranch manager, they had a deal where they had some kind of a platform or something, and a baby deer would love to get under that platform. They love to crawl underneath things and get in the shade and get cool and stuff. And they lost 7 or 8 or 10 deer one time really quickly in a 2 or 3 day period of time. Baby fawns. It was just terrible, just breaking Jay's heart. And they got to shining back up under there, and there's a big rattlesnake under there. So every time those babies get back up under there, one of them would get bit, and it was killing them. And they'd kill the big deer too if they bite them around the front of their body, around the head, just like a rattlesnake bites me around the legs. I'm probably going to live through it. It's going to be terrible. But if it bites up around your chest and around your head, it's got a good possibility of killing you. So those snakes were probably the problem. And in addition to that big rattlesnake, right here at the house, I caught one on the front porch, front deck. On the ramp, the wheelchair ramp, I caught a big copperhead there. The other day, I caught one also right by the edge of the pen out there, within about 10 foot of the pen, another big copperhead. All 3 of those snakes were within 3 or 4 days period of time, maybe 2 or 3 days period of time. The one that caught on the ramp, I'd gone out about 12:30, 1 o'clock, just about to wrap my day up for the office work for the day, and Benelli barked. And she was growling at something, and I went over there to see. It was dark. I turned the lights on and porch light on, but I went over there, and there's a big copperhead coiled up there and looking at her, and I kept her back away from it. and I'd gone fishing, and I left my mule parked way out by the building. I took Billy and run off out there and grab my snake catcher and come back hoping the snake would still be there. And by then it had it crawled and it was just spread out on the dock all along, and I grabbed it with my snake catcher. But the snakes have probably the problem with the deer dying. We haven't had any deer die since we caught that big timber rattler and those two copperheads, and that happened in about a 3-day period of time there. So that solved the mystery of the dying deer. The blue tongue is really hurting the deer population up in Ohio and Indiana and some of those areas up there. So far, we haven't had much of an outbreak of it that I've heard about here in Oklahoma. Let's pray that we don't, because we have some beautiful, beautiful bucks, some beautiful babies. We ended up, I think if I'm correct, right, 19 babies, and we only lost 3 of them, so we got 16 babies. So everything is looking good. We solved that problem of the deer dying. I hate to lose wild child. It's precious. We are feeding 1 baby right now. Is all we have to feed, and we named her Miss Piggy because she just eats so much. She eats so much. But guys and girls, go out there and have you a great one. We enjoyed this fall, little touch of fall that we had here in the last several days, and it lasted for a while. We got some rain involved in it, and it's just everything is absolutely beautiful as we turn summer into fall. Fish lucky, and remember, I sure do love you.